Excuse me. I was just accosted with the microphone. So cut me a little slack. Bro, you saw that shit. You saw that. That shit hit me in the mouth, in the body.
That's crazy. It was a little close to your face.
Shut up.
I can't. Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back. It's been a long day.
She's going to tell us a little bit about it, but she is on one, so I just want you all to be prepared.
I'm not really here like that in the real thing. Anyway.
What episode is it?
It's 123.
Welcome. That's crazy. I listened to her episode 10 the other day. I cannot believe that we're at.
You listened to it on your own volition?
I listened to the whole episode.
Or it's drunk?
Called Stunting on My Ex. It's because someone was like, let's listen to some of your old episodes. And I was like, okay. And I can't remember what any of the fucking episodes are about, obviously. Right. We just pick random ass names, as you all know. So I had no idea. And it was really funny because I was listening to it. One, my voice sounds different now. We just aged, so your voice changes as you age.
Oh, your balls dropped?
Yeah, they totally did.
Yeah.
And then I found myself agreeing or saying with myself or saying what I was getting ready to say without realizing I was getting ready to say it. My opinions clearly have not changed. I would say something and then I would the recorded episode would say it and I'd be like, damn, bitch, you the same. At least you're consistent.
Right.
But it's insane to listen to episode 10 and we were so excited. I mean, we're still excited about the podcast every time.
Completely,
but we were just still very very new and gassed about it. And every episode felt like some huge accomplishment, whereas I feel we look towards milestones, episode 100, bigger milestones.
Yeah,
but every episode then was we did 10 episodes. Can you believe it?
Seriously, pal. I mean, I'm proud of you, son.
Thank you.
You've been consistent.
We've developed our friendship over 123 episodes in almost 3 years.
During Corona.
Don't you love me? Aren't you so glad?
Sometimes on Tuesdays, I find a little love in my heart for you.
Whatever.
But the other days, it's just a lot going on. So there we go.
Tell them why you have an attitude. What did you do today?
First of all, it was a lot today. I said, I told my mom this, so it's fine. I said a lot of cuss words today. I did because you want to know why?
Why?
Shout out to Sanite, my line sister. It was her 30th birthday yesterday. Shout out to her. And I told her, I said, listen to me. I'm glad we made it, but don't ever ask me to go on a hike ever a damn again.
You made it to the top,
I did my first hike today. I did Lake Serene. I will let you know right now. It's in East Jesus, nowhere.
Okay.
I think it's I'm pretty sure it's Edmonds. It's an hour away from Seattle, that way.
Out
north. It's northy and stuff. And so first of all, that's not a beginner's hike. She was just half of the group. It was 4 of us. Half of us were flying through. The other couple, we had to take a couple breaks. Mama needed a break, but I definitely stayed very hydrated. It's legit 2.5 hours each way.
Oof.
Bruh. First of all my friends that be posting all these little hike stories and stuff, literally, I want to send you all a virtual middle finger. I would like to send it to you to your home in a box, in a red box with a nice bright bow. Okay? And I want to send you my middle finger, okay? Mm-hmm. Because it's not a real thing. It's not they may say, oh, it's so happy-go-lucky. First of all, those rocks, the amount of times that I slipped, I had to catch myself. My ankle did a little clink, clink. Yeah, pop, pop. I mean, I was just bro, I can't. But it's once you're in there, you have to keep going. There's no chopper that's about to pick you up.
Nope.
There was no lift at the top. There was nothing.
No
there was little kids running and my anxiety was so high. Because first of all, I'm scared of heights. So it's I did not look down most of the way. Yeah. And the kids were running, their moms letting them run. I'm bro, literally little Timmy slips a little bit and he's out of here, bro.
She said.
I mean, I don't think that he would the kid would have died or whatever. He just got really scratched, really bad, probably broke a couple ribs. But I wasn't trying to do that. I'm just saying that I'm not doing that again. So I just want to give a public service announcement based on from my knee, from my ankle, and from my shoulders. I just want to give a public service announcement to all of my friends. I love you all to death. Do not ever ask me to go on a hike because I will say no. I don't care. I don't care if we hike in the dicks. I don't care where it is. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you. I'm promising, bro.
So funny.
I'm telling you. I almost touched the hem of Jesus' garment today. It was a lot. There's a lot and coming, and then they were like, "Oh my God, it's so much quicker coming down. It's just it's so great. It's gonna be so." No, coming down was worse, bruh, because the rocks is hella slippery, it's hella muddy. Me and my Nikes couldn't take it. It was a lot. I made this decision yesterday, so nobody message me about hiking boots because I'm not buying them shits. I'm not buying them. So nobody message me about hiking boots. Don't message me about it. I don't want any parts of it. Nobody talk to me about trail snacks. All them trail snacks is going in the trash. Done. I don't even want to smell peanut butter anymore. Stupid. It's stupid.
So, that's how I feel about hiking when people are like, oh, y'all will judge me, roast me if you want, but I've lived in Seattle almost 5 years and I have not hiked one time.
And that's fine.
Yes,
that's fine.
Jordan,
Jordan, where you be going? Jordan,
I don't have anything against
Jordan be going to the park.
Hiking. I'm from Colorado. I have hiked before, but for me, I just the logistics of hiking don't make sense to me. Like anybody who knows me knows I don't love to walk. Number one, I'm a big Uber girl. I don't like to walk places.
Come on, big Uber
but
girl.
Shut up,
Uber
girl. But I don't understand. People are like, yeah, you want to go hang on Saturday? And I'm like, okay,
hell
where
no.
Is it?
Don't ask me. That is blasphemy. Don't ask me that.
You want me to get up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to drive somewhere to walk? That's what I don't get.
I was sitting there with my
I don't want to do that.
I was like, bro, so we could have really fucking done brunch.
That's what I'm saying. Is brunch involved?
We could have done brunch.
Are we gonna stop for brunch?
To bring it in, she really wanted to bring her 30th in, and then no.
Is there brunch at the waterfall?
There wasn't even a shot, nothing. There wasn't even a chocolate man at the bottom to carry me to the car. I just feel like I was in a very ghetto situation.
It feels very
and first
stressful.
of all, do not trust white people on these trails. And I'm not saying this because they're dangerous. I'm just saying because they're fucking liars. They're liars. They're liars.
Who lied to you?
All of them. We were walking past.
Said.
They were like, "Oh my gosh, you're almost there. You have 45 minutes." And I'm like,
2 hours
45
later.
minutes according to who? The almanac? Bruh. 45. It was not 45 minutes. Then I was talking to these. I'm not gonna call them bitches, but these girls. I was like, they was coming towards the opposite direction. I was like, "How long you guys been walking?" They're like, "Only 15 minutes." 15 minutes where? Where? Because it was more than 15 minutes to get back. It took us at least 30 more minutes after that. I'm like, spilled the yummy. So it was a lot. And
she said the enemy. The
enemy was a lot. So I say all that to say, do not ask me to go hiking. I don't care. I do not. I'm telling you, I don't care if Beyonce and the babies are at the top of.
Well,
I
might go for that.
Nope, not going. I don't care. Y'all better send me a damn video.
I prefer to hike when there's a waterfall involved.
There was waterfalls, and I'm done.
I prefer okay, when we went to Puerto Rico on a girls' trip, we went on a hike and that was really nice. It wasn't too bad. Felt like a little hike through the jungle. But then it was okay, you can get into this water afterwards. I feel like that kind of reward makes me want to enjoy a hike. But for the fact of just you want me to walk up to see a potentially okay view in Seattle because it could be foggy or rainy and then I can't see shit. So you want me to walk up to maybe see something off of the top of this hill and then walk my ass back down. And I feel like there are a variety of other ways I could exercise and be fine.
You could Google image
what you see up there,
the top of hikes. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna. I'm like,
God
really put his foot in that creation. He did. I give it to you. But I just felt like people were like, oh my gosh, yeah, the view is worth it. I was like, yeah, it's cool. Because you think about it, you still got to go back down. Think about that, bro.
Right. However long it took
3 more hours to go down.
You got to do it back down.
And then my leg was like, bitch, if you try to lift me one more time.
Sierra came in here with her motherfucking what is it? Not Tiger Balm.
Yeah,
I'm still rubbing on her knee.
I gotta find it. I will be rubbing myself throughout the show.
Come on, rubbing myself
in a non-sexual way. But I bruh, and let's talk about my life, okay?
Tell us.
Then on top of that, I gotta walk up 3 flights of stairs.
Oh yeah, you have no elevator in your building.
I dragged myself up the stairs, bro. I'm telling you. I deserve something, huh?
We'll pray for you.
I did have a McChicken, okay?
There you go.
Not too proud of it, but
look, you got some trolleys right here. Some skills.
No, I deserve some wings.
Oh yeah, ooh, okay.
F everything else. But anyway, tell me about your life.
My
Actually,
life?
Well, okay. So today was hard, but then I also say,
yes. Tell us more.
had a great time. My sister is getting married, and
bachelorette party.
I hosted her bachelorette party. My sister tapped out at 10.
It
party
looks
foul.
so cute.
So feel free to send her hate mail for tapping out. It's a lot. But it was just like everything.
It's okay,
cool.
Symphony. I still love you.
Yo, but can I tell you though, like when you get really lit, some
Doesn't
tacos
matter.
be hitting the spot, bro. I was
hard shell, soft shell.
Oh, what was it? It was probably like a soft shell.
Corn or flour.
But you can make them. You can make them hard. It was flour. We don't do like it's not corn.
I hate flour. Flour tortillas are disgusting.
Well, now we're gonna have to disinfect the mics.
Corn tortillas only. That's okay, but we're gonna do it.
Well,
anyway.
because you're corny and you're not supposed to digest corn. The real people are not supposed to digest corn.
Well, I'll take
it. But that's all I had to give because then I came home on Saturday.
And then you lived. And you
relaxed.
And
Sunday happened, and then today I almost died. But okay, go ahead. Where's my phone?
I don't know where your phone is, but
Yo, you know it is, you thief.
Don't know what I did this weekend. What did I do, Sierra? Where did I go?
You didn't go anywhere with me. I just want people to stop responding to my stories with their judgment because I don't care what any of you guys think. And it's not. It's a thing that happened. But I'm just telling you, like, you men, get out of my
No
inbox.
Opinions are relevant.
Yeah.
I am really not playing, y'all.
nothing.
I don't know what I did this weekend. I can't remember what I did this weekend.
So was it meth or was it coke?
I was probably both. I was supposed to do some cleaning and moving at my apartment, but I didn't. So I spent the weekend being lazy.
Makeda has fake nails, guys. I just want to let everybody know that. You're not real.
Oh, I went to get my nails done. Yes. Thank you, bitch.
You and see I gave you the interlude?
Thank you. And when she says fake, she means I'm fake for going to a different place.
No.
Because I didn't go to our regular.
She didn't go to the regular place. That's one.
I didn't.
Two, and then
I didn't. I went with Angelina because I had been watching. Okay, Angelina and Channing go get their nails done in Renton, and they always have the best designs. Like I fuck with where we go, but they can't always, they don't got that heat for everything. And I was okay. I want to go try and see, and I went, and my nails are fucking popping.
We really need to talk about nail salon relations with black.
But they did. The guy who did my nails, like the owner in Renton, he was super nice, and he saw my nails because I had like ombre, like dip, and he was like, "Who did this?" And I was like, "Oh, like this other shop." And he was like, he said it looked good for dip, and he was like, he said we can do better than that. And I was like, "Wow,
ooh,
shade, okay."
So
he was like, "That's nice ombre." He said, "But don't worry about that." I was like, "Well."
Field trips to Renton, is it?
They held me down, so we can go next time. We're gonna go together.
Wow, looks like you're being a traitor.
You were busy, girl, and now that I have seen
what about the real shop? You making me scrummage through.
I'm gonna still go there to go get my feet done, but I just feel like now that I have seen the other side of the pictures, I can bring in from Instagram. And like I could go and get anything and do all the things. I just feel really good about that, and I can't.
Okay, you go in that shop and talk about I'm just gonna get my toes done. You need to get cussed.
I know.
The fuck out by Johnny.
Johnny's gonna be like, first of all,
cuss you out.
I know. Okay, so I did that, and then I minded my business. I didn't pretty much do anything on Sunday. I went and had some drinks out on a patio at a restaurant, which was nice. I was able to social distance.
Yep.
The entire time. You were elsewhere, but I was texting you while I was there. But it was nice to get out of the house and soak up some sun. But that's pretty much all I did. I procrastinated in the very real way of doing anything that I'm supposed to actually be doing. So I'm regretting it because I am now down to about 22 days to pack my shit up. And I haven't done mostly anything. So we'll see.
Yeah,
how that
should
goes.
Do that.
And we'll see how I'm going. But otherwise, I digress. We probably can get this show.
Yeah, we can get the show on the road. I'm just letting you guys know right now that this episode is probably not going to be a long episode, and it's probably going to be the same length that it normally is because that's never happens.
I was like,
I'm just letting you know, but like I'm telling you, I'm
why are you lying to
like
these
because
people?
I can faint at any moment, and if I get tired, I will fall. I'll throw my body to the floor. I'm telling you, I'm gonna sleep so well. See, look at that. Come on.
Listen, Linda.
Right, I know you like to have it close to your mouth, but
I do. It's easier this way. Okay, all right, guys. Politics, all right. We're gonna run through the things.
For those of us that are watching on YouTube, excuse my leg movements. I'm not trying to give you.
You're just trying to air it out. You're just trying to.
No, I'm not trying to air it out. I'm trying to fix this knee up.
Yeah, you
know what? I'll fix you up.
Listen, okay. Anyway, for all of y'all who are in Denver or have been lurking, there was a march and protest last weekend or this past weekend in Aurora, which is an area, a suburb of Denver, which I'm from, Colorado. And they had a protest and march for Elijah McClain, and it was insane. The pictures have been featured on Complex and a variety of other magazines because there were so many people that turned out. They shut down one of our major highways, which is insane. And so I was just so proud of all my friends who went, and it was mostly peaceful. The police, Aurora PD, in true form of the police in general, lied like shit on Twitter, saying that they didn't use any tear gas or anything like that. And so Elijah McClain, he played the violin, so they had like a violin vigil. So they had a lot of violinists playing like in his memory.
Yep.
And they were in a certain part of the park before they went on the march doing the vigil, and Aurora PD came and kind of tried to push them out of the park. And they were saying on their Twitter that they did not use tear gas and they only used pepper spray for people who are resisting at some point once they were trying to clear out the park. But then this girl posted a video and was like, you're dead ass lying. And it's clear as day that she has a complete shot, like complete view of them deploying tear gas in a crowd that is peaceful. Then one of the videos I saw on Twitter, you can hear this woman saying like, there's children here. You can see them like advanced military style on the park that is like literally peaceful. You can see people like sitting with kids, like just like minding their business because it's the middle of the day. And you can see Aurora PD come up like full riot gear and start to advance and move people out of the park. And people are yelling like, there's kids here. Like it's like some regular shit. And so that infuriates me personally for like, we understand like who and what the police are, but what doesn't make sense to me is how the police somehow keep thinking like that we don't have video at this point. You know, like we know that you know that there's video. Why would you get on the internet and say we didn't do XYZ when it's like clear as day? There's going to be not only one video, but multiple videos of you doing the precise opposite of what you're saying that you did. Like, there's enough going on that, like, you might as well just own up to doing what you're doing or just, like, not even address it. But to get on there and blatantly lie, like, we didn't use tear gas, we didn't do XYZ, like, you sure did, and we all saw you.
Right.
I digress. But that shit really frustrates me because it's always on social media, and they know that shit. So, whatever. I digress. Denver, stay strong. I love it. Continue the protest. I also would just like to shout out that there are protests going around the country, around the world still, even though the media chooses not to cover it as much because they are getting less and less violent and they're overwhelmingly peaceful. So it's not as entertaining or causes for clickbait. So they are less likely to cover them. But there are mass protests going on around the country, around the world still. It is not a moment, it's a movement, and people are not letting up. So I encourage folks, if you feel like you are safe to do so, to continue to protest and support your neighborhoods. There's other protests going on, which took me out laughing. Yesterday, I think in DC, there was a like anti-gentrification protest. They were protesting through neighborhoods and were chanting like, what did they say? Oh, fire, fire, gentrifier, to all these white folks that are just like fucking brunching in areas that used to be hella black. And they were saying, what was it? It was like black people used to live here. It was just hilarious. And these white people were so lost for words. And it's like, you know what you're doing. So just like, I don't know why folks are confused about the fact that you are continuing to push people out of their neighborhoods. We all know that it occurs. I digress.
And they get mad about the culture of the the things. Even
why are there black people here? Why is the music loud? Like, my God, you moved into our fucking neighborhood.
Was that the same thing where the white people, the attorneys, were pointing guns at protesters?
That was a different, not in DC, but that was also a protest this past weekend.
That's
I can pull
crazy.
Up on my phone really quickly.
They need to go to jail for that. Like, how are you just pointing a gun and nobody's posing a threat to you? Like,
because white people feel like they can do whatever they feel like.
I'm sick of it.
But anyway, I just want to shout out my city. I fuck with it. I went to some protests when I was in Denver. I love it. Continue to, live your best life. I just wanted to address a couple of things, but it's all one general theme. And I've been talking about it on Twitter and social media this whole past week because it's very irritating. It's this weird phenomenon, which isn't weird because fucking Malcolm X called it out and told us that is what people will do. What the white man will do is give us symbolic things that mean nothing, that we did not fucking ask for, in order to avoid giving us what it is that we're actually demanding, right? Like, we're asking for the murderers of Breonna Taylor to be arrested. We're asking for the abolishment of for no accountability for violence of the police. We're asking for, the police departments to be defunded. We're asking for no cash bail. We're asking for very tangible, real policies that impact people's lives. And people are like, you know what? I think in the NBA, we're going to let players put fucking political statements on the back of their jerseys. For what? Yeah. Is that what we fucking asked for? Hulu's like, you know what? There was this episode of The Golden Girls where they wore blackface, which I fucking didn't. They were mud masks.
We don't want to hear
that. We're going to remove the episode. Like, first of all, no one asked you for that shit.
Yeah, nobody was ever tripping off the Golden Girls.
It's not even blackface, which is what makes it worse. Like, it'd be one thing if it was legitimately like a racist episode and they're trying to fall in line, but like it literally isn't.
Yeah,
so that makes it worse.
I was like, that's weird. I'm not like, I'm a Golden Girls fan, but I'm not like a Golden Girls
stan.
I love Golden Girls. But like, I'm just like, I was like, I know they didn't do that.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, and also, another thing I want to add to that is that I noticed, and I had a healthy laugh to myself. I was walking through my neighborhood, and one of the restaurants said, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, small business. So it was really like, Black Lives Matter, nigga, don't break our windows. Because, we got insurance, but we ain't trying to like make the insurance go up. And I was just like, dog, y'all hella raggedy. Just say like, honestly, if it was my business and insurance, you got insurance, so I probably wouldn't care. Yeah. But I'd be like, Black Lives, we support the protest. Don't break our shit, please.
Period.
Like, I support that, but it's just like, don't act like you guys was supporting it before, because I know that
you weren't.
It was a brewery. You ain't seen no black people in there, so I was like, dog, get out of here. 100%. Break the window just off the strand.
I'm just really tired of it. Like, I want companies to be real in their commitment to anti-racism. I want people to be committed to like understanding what it is that they're saying when they say that Black Lives Matter. Like, niggas did not drop last week like a fucking Jordan Saturday. Like, we've been here. It doesn't make sense to me that you're going to say, I'm going to donate money to the ACLU, to Black Lives Matter, to NAACP, but like, there's still only 8 black people that work in your entire fucking company of 10,000 people. Like, that doesn't do anything. Yes, that money will go to important causes, but what are you actually doing to improve the lives of black folks in your community where your company is? Like, companies have so much power to impact lives and communities because that's how people make money. When you pay people fair wages, when people have opportunities for work, that improves the life of their family. That improves the way that their kids can go to school, that they can have extracurriculars because their parents can afford it, whatever it might be. Like, so much growth starts from solid, fair employment. And so companies who are like, oh yeah, we're going to do this and that, like, you aren't doing a fucking thing.
Right.
It doesn't mean anything to me. And I'm always very fired up about that because of my actual work that I do every day. And my job is to impact the lives of black folks that we hire. Like, that's what my job is to do. So I take it very seriously. But like, you donating money doesn't do anything for the people who look like me on a day-to-day basis. Like, if I'm a person who's not in jail, like, donating to bail funds, amazing. But like, how are you helping everybody else that isn't incarcerated? Right. Or like, how are you helping the rest of the community? Like, the one thing you can do is change how you hire, change how you employ people, change policies so that your company isn't racist. Don't allow racism to fly. I used to work at a company where they let a person wear a fucking MAGA hat all day. After half the company left, they didn't even address the person and have them take it off.
Yeah.
That for me is the problem. Half your company can walk out and leave because they're not going for it. And you gonna let that man wear that hat the entire day because that is what white supremacy looks like. Allowing that to make other people uncomfortable, people terrified, afraid, not feel safe. But because we don't want to ruffle one person's feathers, you let it destroy morale of an entire organization because you can't face what white supremacy in the workplace looks like. That is what you fix. That is how you impact change for people.
But we will definitely take your money. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, take it. I don't mean that to say stop donating. I mean, donate the money. We want the coin.
But we want structural change for sure. Yes. And that also bleeds into another story that we didn't cover last week because it was actively happening. But your beloved Memoji place. What's that place called? Memoji. Whatever. It felt like meme.
Memoji. The Memojis are on your iPhone.
Is it?
That's
what it's my emoji. Yeah, so that's like I feel like somebody said it once and I can't let it go. So
because people can't say that. Oh, Momoji,
what is it called?
Momoji.
I was gonna call Momojo. So essentially they had Mojo Jojo shit on some Powerpuff Girls. But so there was an incident last week and some to protect identities. friend of the show was involved and a few other people in the community, where the general manager had called a young black woman a nigger, stupid nigger, actually. And when he did that, the chopper swang. So then shout out to the men in the video that, you know, did not just let a black woman or any women fight a man.
I would still like to call out that old girl was not. She wasn't asleep. She started off and was like, "I'm good."
She was good.
All that
she
work.
was good. She was good. Definitely,
but
she
yes,
was good. And shout out to it. Yes, shout out to. I'm all about women empowerment. I'm with it. Like old girl probably could have handled dude by herself, but I will say I appreciate that the men that stepped in, because too many times we see women, black women specifically, being abused or being whatever, and people just watch or they record. Yes. So you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out, you know, she probably could have handled it herself, but also everybody would have been looking at all the niggas in the video crazy, like so you was gonna let you know, and they cracked that man. Whoo! I was watching the video like, get him.
They put them paws on him.
Huh. Like, yeah, they got him. I bet he said, yeah, you're a stupid nigger. But the way he said it was just like, yeah, I mean it. That's it.
And Momiji is at the top of the chop.
Yeah, right. But which is crazy. They're in the neighborhood or whatever. But the incident sparked because they were out there showcasing art and black art and sharing that and filming and all that kind of stuff. And he comes out and pretty much tells them to move or he's going to smash their windows in. So that's why the situation, as I understand, happened.
Had escalated.
And so escalated. They was fighting. Whew, that dude, the white people jumped in and had to save him because it was, whew.
It's very
he was
interesting.
Getting his ass whooped.
I went to the chop last week with a pal, and we just wanted to go like observe and see. I hadn't been over there. And so we went, we watched, and we witnessed a variety of things, which I could talk about on another episode at another time. There was a lot going. But at one point we were, you know, walking actually on the same street as Momiji.
And what, did you get some food? Did you get some food?
I didn't. I'm not allowed to go there anymore. Trust me. She's making fun of me because I'm fucking mad because I actually love Momiji, but I'm never going there again.
Did you go and lick?
I digress.
Lick a little piece of sushi?
No, I didn't. There's enough sushi places in Seattle. I'll survive.
All right.
Anyway, there was like, you know, they have a bunch of, you know, tents and shops and things. Not shops, but you get what I'm saying, like makeshift tents and things. Yes. And that we were walking by one of these stalls, and this black guy was like, he saw me and my friend walking him. He said, "Oh, stop." He said, "I need you to like witness what's going on." We were like, "All right." And I was like, "Okay." So he was like, "I just need somebody else, you know, see what's happening." And it was him, a couple other people that clearly were like manning that stall station situation. And this white woman was like yelling at him basically, and she was calling him a looter, like he had stolen things. And apparently what happened was that they were asked to move like their donation center, so that it was like the stall that had all of the like clothes, medical supplies, you need masks, your tampons, like all kinds of things are at this one stall. And apparently where they were CHOP security had asked them to move to their like now current location in front of Momiji or near like on that same street. And he was like, I literally spent 8 hours moving all of this shit up here because I was asked to do so. He was like, one, I can't steal what's fucking community property because it's free. And he's like, and you should be saying thank you because I fucking moved all of it. But you're going to call me a looter. He's like, where am I going to go? I'm going to steal it and take it where I'm going to go. And the point is, if I need it, I can have it. That is the point, that it's all free. So I can't steal anything.
And the heart of the matter is, bitch, you're white. Shut up.
So this was like, the most interesting thing.
First of all, this is supposed to be stemming off Black lives.
Period.
Why are you even speaking? First of all, lower your voice, bitch. Like, you're not even allowed to yell. Why are you yelling?
But apparently this woman
had been asked to leave. Lucky I wasn't there. Because, bruh.
I had energy for her.
I'm like, you are white. Move.
But a lot of them are white.
So angry.
A lot of them are white.
This is for black people. I would have gave her the face frame. Oh, fuck. It just makes me so mad. This is for black people. How you come in and gentrify that?
Yes.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of white people
there. It makes me so angry.
But she had apparently already been asked to leave because is
so
like
she's trespassing.
Yeah. So what it is that she, I guess, is like a business owner in the area, and she had been like, you know, coordinating and donating supplies. But the reason why people weren't fucking with her is that she was somehow like essentially attempting to kind of like hoard supplies or like determine who's gonna get what, right? Like rationing out things when that's obviously not the purpose. The purpose is that we get things for free. They get donated. If you need them, you take them. We don't like fucking determine that you're gonna get XYZ.
And then you gonna ration. How you gonna be white and then ration?
Exactly. And then she'd also been talking to news, like certain news outlets, and not really spinning or saying the right kind of story, because of course they're gonna come to CHOP and want to talk to white people. I digress. So she had been asked to leave. So we get there. So people are like, "Why are you here?" So my friend is like not necessarily confrontational. So I was there and I'm listening, and I was talking, and I was like, "Okay, first of all, like, why are you here? Why don't you just leave?" And she's like, "Oh, it's public space." And I'm like, "Well, it's community space, and the community is clearly telling you that, like, they don't want you here, so you should see yourself out." Like, she's like, "Oh, it's an autonomous zone." I'm like, "It's autonomously run by the people for the people. Like, if the people are saying they don't want you here,
then leave.
Then it's your time to go." Like, it's really frustrating to me that, like, like, that's her, like, that's the energy that people have, even in a space that is built for the community. White supremacy still will reign if it goes unchecked, right? Like, you feel somehow that you have the right to tell somebody how you can't steal what's free. So that in and of itself speaks to this very capitalistic way we have of thinking about things. You're determining that a person who is not only volunteering their time, but for free things, you're trying to accuse somebody of being a thief for things that are free, because you're a white person determining the value or worth of things, or the worth of this person to say what they do and don't deserve in a space that isn't for you.
It's literally for Black people, maybe.
And it's really uncanny to see, but we're continuing to see that occur in a variety of different ways, and it's really just very interesting. And I hope that white people have conversations, or white people who get it have conversations with their other white friends, because it was mostly white people that were there, and the white woman who was like actually running that stall was like kind of owning it. She was like, she's like, "I only take direction from a very few Black leaders that are respected, that are like helping coordinate this space. I don't take orders from no one now." She said, "I'm white, and I know my space is to support. It is not to lead." So she's like, "I'm minding my business." There we go.
Somebody that got some sense.
Yeah, and she was like, "None of this has anything to do with you. Like, you should just leave. No one wants you here." Like, so there are people who understand the concept, and I hope that y'all are talking to your other white friends, because clearly there's some things that aren't clicking, because it is deep rooted, and that's why it is frustrating, obviously, and every Black and brown person has a right to be, honestly, I don't know how we aren't burning this shit to the ground every day, because we have the right to be so angry in a way that is so deep.
Just historically, if you think about that
every day.
Like, dog, just think about the fact that white people used to hang Black men, cut off their genitals, and put their genitals in their mouth. Think about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
In front of their kids, You think about that shit, it just makes you just be like...
Or the fact that literally in 1920, 1918, 1919, up to the early 30s, like, lynching people was a community event.
Like, that's why they call it picnics.
A picnic.
History lesson. Pick a nigga.
Okay? This shit is crazy. It's like, it's almost funny that it is so embedded into our common language. Like, bitch, I love a picnic. I love to go outside and eat. But then it's like painful to think about, like, that's where we got the fucking name from. They used to
eat while Black bodies were hanging from.
Take pictures with their kids and send it on postcards. Like, look what we did this Saturday. Hope you guys are having fucking fun in Florida, whatever you guys are doing down there in the fucking swamp. Just wanted to show you what we were doing up here. Right. Hanging a nigga on Saturday.
Send it to the trailer parks. Like, what the hell?
Like, that is like how casual racism and white supremacy is. And that is not that long ago. I literally said 1930. My grandma was born in 1933. So there are people who clearly are alive on this planet that have parents, grandparents, or even great-grandparents that are alive and well, that have distinct memory of this. And what's the worst part is that people are like, "Oh, well, we're like so far removed." Like,
we are not.
Ruby Bridges is 65. Okay?
Not very far removed from it.
Not that far. My parents are in their 60s. They're obviously not from America, but if they were, I can only imagine the kind of stories that I would personally know, because my parents would have been alive for all the things that people like to think happened 1,000 years ago, but didn't.
Yeah, pretty sure my grandma picked tobacco. Probably, definitely picked cotton. So we're not that far removed. Also, just to add, as a follow-up, so Memoji, whatever it's called.
Oh, Momiji.
Momiji, whatever.
I just like saying it. I'm not
none
for
of that.
Them. I just really love
we're not
to
eating
say
that.
So,
so pretty much, no. I mean, that's what it is now. So essentially, they fired the general manager. Let's not forget that the owner owns other places in Seattle, so never sleep. Hate to break your hearts or your bums, whatever you feel. But they fired him, and they gave an apology the next day. The apology just, for me, felt very insincere. I felt like they were reading it off a piece of paper. We have donated money to the Black Lives Matter.
I don't want it.
And then they rejected it.
As they should.
Yeah,
Fuck
the Seattle, whatever, the organization that's down there and trapped Black people, they were like, no, give your $10,000, give it to the victim that was accosted. And I was like, that's huge. That's $10,000 right there.
Because the reason for that is that it is not.
You can't throw money at stuff like that. It's not sincere.
The problem with that is like, there is no way that you can align. Your restaurant is on the fucking top of the chop and you have done nothing to contribute to the community. And then the minute that you are under fire, then you want to donate. You've been on the fucking block the entire time.
Yeah.
There are people outside of your restaurant every day. There are places for you to donate food instead of throwing it away. That is a very teeny tiny thing that a restaurant can do is donate that food because they're obviously accepting food donations. Like, you haven't done a single fucking thing this entire time, but now because the block is hot, you want to donate money. You could have been donated that coin.
Yeah, because you're tired. They're tired of people being in their space, and it's just like, imagine how tired we are, and we're obviously going to have this conversation later about relations, but cross-cultural communications. But I mean, they wouldn't have been in so much hot water, if they would have been, like you said, donating food, and then people would have been more apt to support their business. Like, Absolutely. Shout out to them. Like, they're donating to the cause. Let's, rally people around to support these businesses. But they didn't, so.
Because there's clearly other businesses that are open. Like, I went to Baitong that same day because it's also right there in the chop.
Yeah.
And I went to Baitong, and yes, they're boarded up for the most part because it's all glass, like a lot of the restaurants on Cap Hill. But they are boarded up, and they have like a window where you can pick up food. But they have like dropped their prices. They're selling food for so cheap. Like, you can go get. It's like they have a combo I had to ask. I was over there like, nah, wait, is this lunch or is this all day? It was like egg rolls, pad thai, and a Thai iced tea for $10. All of it. And I was like, wait, what? So like, yes, they might not be donating money. They might be, I don't know. But what they're doing is like, they can clearly see what's going on, and they have dropped their prices. Because if anybody's eating at Baitong, it's not super cheap. So they are like, at least, communicating with the fact that we see what's going on here. We're making our food cheaper. We're trying to like, at minimum, there's a lot of things that you can do. So I have
y'all can drop the
feelings
at
about people who don't
too.
Do anything they're supposed to do. So the last thing I wanted to call out, we've gotten a little derailed, but I just thought it was worthwhile because I
make my section. Do it.
Make it tight.
Make it tight. Make those.
I saw a BuzzFeed article yesterday.
Not a BuzzFeed. I love BuzzFeed.
Okay.
BuzzFeed, if you're out there, we'd love to do some stuff with you.
We would. We totally would.
Oh, seriously, in a real game? Write that down.
Okay. Put it on our vision board.
Put it on the vision.
On our vision board.
Yeah, make sure that there's grease involved, though.
Okay.
Because you know how those partnerships go.
Shut up. So they have an article titled that on the day that George Floyd died, police across the U.S. shot and killed at least 5 other men. And the first thing that stuck out to me is that it says that police in the United States have not gone more than 2 days without fatally shooting someone since 2015. Like, I had to sit with that for a minute. There are 365 days every year, like in the year. You can't go longer than 2 days without killing someone. It doesn't indicate how many people, but at least one person every 2 days. Like, that is ridiculous. And not every single one of those are Black and brown folks. So, like, white folks, it's about you too. There is no way that police should be killing with impunity, with no accountability. Like, that is so many bodies that they are catching. Like, body after body after body. And on this one day, 5 people they murdered across the country. And I just was like, I didn't know it was that high. I knew it was high, but I don't know about you guys. But that really just, like, puts it into, a different kind of perspective that gives me a lot of anxiety to think about. So I just wanted to, and we can share this, article on our Instagrams, social medias, those things, so you all can read it. I'm happy to share the link. It is a little long because they do really good diligence of sharing each and every story and stories about the men who lost their lives. So I encourage you all to read it. I can't give you, summaries because the stories are kind of long, but I encourage you to read it, probably about a 10-minute read. But I did think there would be some value in saying their names, okay? So the other folks besides George Floyd who lost their lives on that day was a man named Joe Louis Castellanos. He was 38 in Houston. Justin Mink was 33 in League City, Texas. Dion Johnson was 28 from Phoenix. Gary Pat Dorton was 44 in Tennessee, and Raymar Gagarin was 35 in Modesto, California. And just like to highlight a couple of things about their backgrounds, so those 5 people included a decorated Marine veteran, 2 warehouse workers. They lived with their children. Like, there were Black, White, Latino, and Pacific Islander, obviously all over the country. But like, that is insane. So it doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter what your job is. It doesn't matter whether you're a parent or not a parent. It doesn't matter if you're young. If you're old, the police have the right to kill you and not be held accountable. Among the things we're talking about that the police or that our leadership or policymakers, lawmakers haven't done anything that we're actually asking, Colorado is the only state to date that has changed their qualified immunity laws. That is what action looks like. That is what we're asking for. The police should not be able to kill anybody without there being accountability. Like, those are the changes we're asking for. We don't care about the Golden Girls. Like, it's not just us, white folks. Y'all should be mad as hell too because they're killing y'all, and we really don't hear about it. That is the other side of the coin, because obviously Black and brown folks are killed at such a high rate that is alarming. It obviously deserves more attention, but like, y'all are getting murdered under the radar too, because it doesn't happen as much. Yeah. So people aren't, catching videos of it, but like, they are killing y'all and sweeping it under the rug. And the reason why it's getting swept under the rug is because they kill more Black and brown people. So somehow it doesn't get the same kind of attention. I think it all should. That's the point. That's what we're getting at. It all should. Right. It's worse for us, but like, it damages you too, because no one fucking knows that it's happening.
Yeah.
Your kids is dying. Your friends is dying. Your friends' friends is dying. People you don't know are dying, and everybody's life has value. And for the folks who still think it's Blue Lives Matter until it's your fucking grandpa on his fucking porch that they gunned down because what? And then you're going to be mad and say, well, why don't y'all do anything about it? And I think that's like the worst thing about this, is that people somehow cannot have empathy until it happens to them. And then they're going to want people to feel bad for them. Right. Like, you should be able to empathize no matter what. The police are not judge, jury, and executioner. They shouldn't kill guilty people either.
Yeah, they shouldn't be killing people. They should just apprehend them without killing them. Like, life happens in terms of, like, there are people that, like, that's what you have a taser for, right? That's what you have a taser for. Things happen where police do shoot people, and there's things that there's justified shooting, right. but a lot of the stuff that we're hearing about is not justified. And so, like, I had a conversation with a friend because she was telling me, like, her father's like her father is an ex-police officer, and she was just talking about how it it's affecting him right now. And we were both obviously agreeing, like, talking about, like, dude, literally, like, for those police officers out there, the families of police officers that are like, oh my gosh, my dad's lives matter, and so is my son and stuff. Like, we totally got it. Yeah, if your dad's a good cop, we're not talking about him. But also, if you're whoever, if you're a cop and you're a quote unquote good cop and you're not calling out the bad cops, you're just as bad as them. So think about that before you start thinking about, like, they don't care about blue lives. No, it's not about that. Like, there are some, like, when I went to college and stuff, there were some cops that I really, like, genuinely fooled with, because they're like, you know what, we're at your events, we're just here to, like, make sure everything's cool. Don't really want to be here, but we're not about to cause no trouble. Like, campus police, I didn't have no problems with them in terms of, like, they was at my events. And there's some cops that is really cool. A lot of y'all are not. But like, literally, if you're not speaking out, if you're silent, you're complicit, and you're just as bad as them. So I don't want to hear no crying, because any other time y'all can think outside the box, but then when we talking about Black Lives Matter, y'all want to start acting stupid, like you don't know what the hell 2 + 2 is.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
People
like,
know
it's
exactly
hella annoying. Like,
about.
Oh my gosh, so then all lives. Shut up. Like, for real. Like, in a real game.
And
like,
they get it.
Shut up.
They get it.
Shut up. Y'all know how to go to space. Y'all know how to do algebra. I don't know why the hell y'all thought we wanted to learn algebra. That's beyond me. Y'all know all that, your trigonometry, physics, all the nometries, calculus. Who the hell invented that? We probably invented that, but whatever.
Right.
Like, it's
probably.
a lot. Y'all know how to do all of that and send niggas to space to live with dry foods and shit. But then when we say Black Lives Matter, y'all acting like you don't know what's going on. Huh? Huh?
They know what's
okay.
going on.
Nigga, 5 + 5 is 10. Get out of my face. We're done with it.
I refuse to have
Canceled.
any of those conversations anymore.
I refuse. We're not talking to these people.
I encourage y'all to do the same because people understand
I encourage you to not have conversations with people. Because we're tired.
People get it.
Listen,
they
white people, all the white people under the sound of my voice and everybody in between.
Yes.
Google is your friend. Black people are going through a lot right now. So if you would like to have genuine conversations about items and things, but think about it before you ask. Like, first ask your black friends, do they have the capacity to have conversations with you about things that you really want to know?
Are you willing? Not even capacity.
Are you willing? Are you willing, and do you have the capacity? Because I'm willing to have these conversations, but most of the time, especially right now, I don't have the capacity for it. You know? So I think that white allies and whoever, like, ask people first before you spray them with the new stuff. Because otherwise, if it's a thing that you could Google, don't talk to me. I don't have time.
I know. I hella got annoyed. Somebody DM'd me the other day
asking
a white girl. She asked
what
me,
she want,
like from college, and she asked me. She said, I don't understand. She said, why do people like spell women? She said, I've been seeing it a lot with the X. What is it? Like, what does it mean?
Yep.
And she sent me that, just like blanketly asked that question because I guess I had reposted something that like probably had that. Yeah. And I literally looked at it and I was like, I could do one of two things. And then I literally typed in, why do we say women with the X on Google? And the first thing that came up was explanation. And I took a screenshot and I sent it to her. And she said, I guess I could have Googled that. And I said, I literally was like, absolutely right. Google it next time. Don't fucking ask me none of that dumb shit. I just had to do it so she knew, like,
yeah,
bitch, I would have to Google it to tell you. Well, no, I wouldn't. But you get what I'm saying? Like, Google, literally, the first fucking thing that comes up is a clear, definite explanation of why the fuck that's going on. But you think your resident black girl activist, it should take the time to teach you something.
No, and
like,
I'm telling you. And when the thing about Google that is amazing.
I just hope she doesn't.
Let me teach you guys something. Let me teach you something, white people. 2 + 2 is 4. 5 + 5 is 10.
Come on,
right?
5 + 5.
5 + 5. Shut up. I'm tired. And I'm not even like, I am like on some clear, like literally tea. I'm just tired. Shut up.
Your legs are tired.
My legs are doing the stanky. I'm literally,
next?
these are things, bro. Like, Google does this thing, like when you start typing in dumb shit, right? It'll be like, what, you know? And then it'll autofill it because other people are asking the same dumbass questions. Yes. You know, you'd be amazed. It'd be like the craziest thing. Yeah, it's like anal without the grease. You'd be amazed because it's like legit. It'll come up. I promise you, type it in Google right now.
It'll tell you.
Ask you right now. What happens? What happens when you it's probably not gonna say without the grease because it's not Black History Month.
Okay, I'll Google it for you. What do you want me to say?
What happens when you do anal without the grease? Say it. Right, because then it's gonna say without the, and it's gonna put something.
No, it doesn't.
What does it say?
Well,
without the, because your phone is on do not disturb. It's bad.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry. Well, it came up and it says anal sex without lubricant ?
There we go. The grease. Same thing. That's what I'm saying.
It says, in case y'all were wondering, it said, what if I used olive oil as a lube during anal sex with my girlfriend?
What happens?
I don't know. Okay, I have to click. I'm sorry. We're derailing, but it says, okay.
What happens? Did it slip and slide?
This is on Quora, like Quora. I never know, but it's like the question asking.
Yeah.
So somebody responded and said, assuming you and your partner have butt sex on the menu in general and both enjoy it.
Okay.
Good to know. Consent. It
consent.
Says using olive oil.
Enthusiastic
consent. It said using olive oil or goose grease, mayonnaise, Crisco lard,
so you lost me at mayonnaise.
Margarine or fish liver oil is probably significantly more ass friendly than using nothing at all. A group of enthusiastic fuckers I used to know used olive oil with a little gardenia essential oil added to it for any kind of fucking imaginable, and they used a lot of it. Still kind of get an ooky feeling when I smell gardenias. It says using olive oil is probably significantly better than using WD-40, motor oil, bearing
Why
grease,
would you do that?
chain lube. This gets better and better. Chain lube, uncooked bacon, shaving cream, soap, liquid detergent, or bubble bath fluid. You can save yourself a lot of distress by making sure that your personal lubricants are in containers that are immediately identifiable by touch in the dark. This will prevent the alarming sequence of sensations that result from applying peppermint essential oil to your junk or junks at inopportune moments. Also, never use Nair, the hair removal cream, as lube. Take my word on that.
Why would you do that?
It says best of luck with your future
I'm mad.
sex.
Why would you do that? Like, for real. Like, I was already lost at mayonnaise. Why would you do that?
Because white people love mayo.
The smell of Nair is like, you could die.
That bitch
like,
be burning on your
Nair
legs.
is
I
the
can only
worst
imagine.
smell on the planet. Think
so
about
nasty.
it. In a real game, that is nasty. Or you could just
was
go to your
everything I
local
needed.
grocery and get you some his and her.
That shit was
creams.
too funny. Or just go to your local Babe Land on Cap Hill and get you what you need. But I digress.
Just go to CVS and get you some cream.
Wow. I'm glad you asked me to Google that because I wasn't expecting that. And that was so funny. So I'm glad that we did it.
Well, I mean,
you're a clown.
I'm telling, but I'd say all that to say, you can Google it yourself.
Basically.
So I'm serious.
That was a long-winded way of us telling you to just
But
Google
I'm telling you,
and
we've been telling you for many moons to Google it.
That was really all I had. We obviously have talked about a lot of things that were not on my list, but were very important to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like on one of these episodes, we're going to have to deep dive into allyship.
Oh, yeah. That's coming up. But, and also the lube. We're going to deep dive
we're going to
debrief
on that.
Because clearly niggas is out here with the wrong rules.
And come back. We're going to try olive oil and come back to us. Are you?
I think that you are more apt.
Come on, apt.
Yeah.
Why am I more apt than you are?
Because I feel like you have a lot more oils at your house. My oils are for my things.
I'm sorry, aren't my oils for my things?
No, I just feel like you just have the artillery. That's not just readily acceptable. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to schedule that with me. You guys know I've been cleansing for a week, so that's just not on the menu.
Oh, that is not on the cards,
bruh. That's not on the cards for me. And actually, let me tell you, okay?
Bitch.
Green smoothie. Let me tell you, okay?
That's not what you want.
Brand new, okay? Let me tell you, there was a coat.
That ass out.
Oh, blew it out, bro. Listen, I wore a jacket on Sunday and it was tight. I wore it on Friday, bro. I had a little.
You had a little breathing room on that bitch.
I had a breeze. I was like, that's all you gotta do is clean it out.
What was you doing?
You guys need to get rid of the debris in your stomach.
Come on, debris.
I've been drinking green smoothies myself, and honey, I just felt like I had a new stomach. Ooh. I'm gonna have some wings tonight, but whatever. Feeling a little cute, so I'm gonna have some wings. They better not close. That's why I gotta hurry up and get this stuff off the table. God. Well, my phone is at 66%. I rebuke it. Anyway,
66.
You know I don't like that number. You know I don't like that number.
Oh, oof, brutal.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about some other shit, but I don't know if it's important. Is it important? Talk about it.
We need to have some relief. It's really quick. Okay.
Talk about it.
So let's talk about a couple things. We know B. Simone has messed up her career again. Look it up.
What did she do?
She used tranny as a derogatory term. They resurfaced a lip service episode, and her best friend, I guess he is transgender, or they are transgender. I don't know their pronouns, so
will go with they.
They are transgender. And
wait, B. Simone's best friend is transgender?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that person was in the studio when she was saying that, or the person didn't have issue with her saying that. And so people were pissed, like that's the issue. She also called the LGBTQIA. Yeah.
Come on, nail the alphabet.
Come on. I got it. She called them She called them the lettuce, tomato.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah, right. She's used all these acronyms that were foods to describe that community. And I think this was before the IA got added. Yeah. So she said that as whatever. So there's a debate of okay, comedy taken too far versus offensive, right? So I like B. Simone.
Girl,
I don't really know.
Single-handedly,
I feel she's
fucking her own shit,
dismantling her own career. Excuse the girl.
Be silent. Just be quiet.
Yeah. So she messed it up. First of all, I need you guys to run, not walk, to Instagram so you could look at how that new Pop Smoke cover.
Ooh, it's terrible.
That
go ahead to the shade room. Yep, Jordan.
A mixture of Edward Scissorhands.
I can't understand what it's supposed to be.
And what's one of them superhero movies? What's the superhero
Marvel?
movies? Yeah, he looks like one of them. That's what it looks like. Look at that.
I can't figure out it's supposed to be ice in the back. I don't know what the metal things
are. It's not right.
Is it supposed to be like barbed wire? Is what I'm trying to
I
understand.
don't know, but Virgil, whatever his name
Abloh.
is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Keep it a Virgil.
Yeah, that people were like, it took me a long time for people to for me to understand that people were saying keep it to Virgils because he only donated $50, and because he's like, you have so much money, so it's like, bruh, $50.
What she's talking about is on Twitter that a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago, these celebrities were posting and sharing that they had donated. I can't remember to where. But like people started calling out like, wait, are y'all actually donating or are you screenshotting and saying you did? Because like y'all got hella money and why is it you're donating $50? Like y'all are millionaires.
Yeah,
like
the fact
regular
that he
niggas
only
are donating $50. Like, we're
$50.
donating $50 because we're regular
I
niggas.
give you a good 20.
Virgil,
Yeah.
why are you? It was like
$50.
I think it was like not Kylie Jenner, but I think it was like Kendall. A bunch of people were posting it was all $50, and it's like I don't understand.
Like you're a
But
billionaire.
Black Twitter
like, I'm not grabbing nobody's pocket, but I mean you gotta understand as a celebrity that has millions of dollars and you send everybody a screenshot talking about
like don't even post a screenshot, just say I donated.
You
don't
probably
say
spent $50 on takeout alone. So what are you even talking about? Like
at the minimum.
Yeah, I'm not picking his pockets, but I'm just saying, dog. Like if I had look at that,
Bruh.
if I had that much money, I would not be posting no $50. That's hella rank, especially for some black issues. But apparently, Pop Smoke he wanted for Virgil to be his creative creative person or whatever, and people were like, the joke was like, oh, since y'all was joking on him about that $50 that he donated, that's how much he paid the graphic designer. And that's what it looked like. It looked like he paid him about $20. So so that was I had a good healthy laugh when I saw that because I was like,
I need to understand what it is. It's
Edward Scissorhands.
Is it supposed to be barbed wire? Do you know what I'm getting at? Like, what is the metal?
Is he supposed to be locked up?
Is it ice?
Is he supposed to be in jail?
Is it supposed to be diamonds? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Nigga, was it supposed to be diamonds dancing? Because I don't see it.
Right, I don't get it. I'm like having a really hard time.
He looks like he's on the top of a mountain.
He do.
And he's
frosty,
he about to like cut a few people with his scissor hands.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going for? Was like New Earth? They're actually gonna change it. In the last couple hours, they're like, we're not doing it
because y'all look stupid.
Yeah, because don't play him like that. Rest his soul. Okay. So there's that, and then I watched the BET Awards. It was very interesting.
I only watched Chloe and Halle and Megan.
That was good. So there's this. So the virtual performances were good. Some of my favorites that I really enjoyed were Roddy Ricch. I enjoyed Meg Thee Stallion. She did it like
Summer Walker was good too.
Summer Walker with Usher was amazing. Like even with Summer Walker's awkwardness, it worked. Like it was really good. Chloe and Halle. Chloe about to go solo in like a year.
Bro, Chloe was busting it. She was like
she has Beyonce energy. Like her sister's very just like
she's also younger than her.
Yeah, she's younger and she's like more conservative and that's fine. Like
she's gonna figure it out.
Her sister has a different style and I feel like with Chloe Halle. Mm-hmm. With the younger, I think she don't change. She should stay the way she is. Chloe clearly is like a different
getting her energy. She lost that's her energy.
Weight. Like she definitely she is thickums. Okay, mm-hmm. She's looking good, and so I feel like she has that Beyonce energy, and I feel like it's developing out of them. So I feel like it wouldn't be so. I would still support them if they were not together because
she was making Halle look like Michelle on the stage. Same way Kelly and Beyonce's make Michelle look stupid. That's
how she's making her sister look. I think that they should both keep that same energy because it could work for them. But I would support them if they decide to do solo projects because I feel like Halle is more of like a
Solange.
She's more of like a Solange, like a Jhené Aiko type thing, like that you listen to when you're trying to cruise. I feel like Chloe is going to give us not only some good ballads, but I also feel like that she's going to give us them ass shakers. Because if that song came on in the club, I would put my Hennessy down for a spell and I might do the dance. So shout out to them, they're doing good. But I do see Chloe going solo at some point.
She's fucking it up.
Yeah, so shout out to her. Meg did it. Shout out to Meg even throughout her. Like I had a little debate today about Meg's twerking and things like that, and I was like, what the fuck else did you expect her to do?
Debating about what? I told you, it's 2020. I ain't arguing about twerking.
Yeah, people are talking about we're tired about, like, a lot of people are saying on social media that they're tired of the twerking. Nigga, twerking is never boring. I want to see some shaking.
Right, shake that ass.
But she did have like the Black Power sign. Like, bro, we've been shaking for centuries. Don't do that.
Like, it's part of our heritage in every Black culture. It looks different in every culture. It looks different in my culture. It looks different on the continent. Like, y'all niggas are stupid.
But ass has been shooken since the world started. It's been shaking
the world.
Yeah. So shout out to that. Like, all the performances were great. Meg was good. D Smoke, Sir,
he looked fine.
Oh yeah, it was great. And then they brought out their mom. Their family is so musically talented. It's amazing. I thought it was great. D Smoke and Sir brought out their mom.
I did not know they were.
Yeah, and even their cousin. Who's their cousin? She was just here. Autumn Club. You guys brought her when it was here. Tiffany Goucher. Yeah.
They're all related?
Yeah, they're all when
know.
D-Smoke, when they did Rhythm and Flow, they went to their house. Like his mom used to sing background for like Aretha Franklin and shit. Like she was supposed to, I forget, she was supposed to go on tour with Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
And she had to decline it because she had 2 young boys.
I would have been like, niggas, we going. Y'all come. Hello.
Yeah. So, and all of them are
kids.
super musically inclined. Like Tiffany Boucher. I was like, when I found out they were all family, I was like, oh my gosh.
Makes so much sense.
The lines are connected. So it was great. It was great. Amanda Seales did good. Given like being virtually, she shot it in her home, so that was good. I enjoyed it. It was a cool little thing. Beyonce finally,
and she's so fine,
in real time, like talk to the BET Awards. So she always be giving us sending us a VHS.
She's
and
been
be like,
living.
Pop that in.
She has been living in quarantine because she don't like to go nowhere. Yeah. So she've been getting all kinds of fucking looks from virtual Beyonce because she don't like coming out in the public in the light. So her being in her fucking living room is like a dream for Beyonce, I'm sure.
Yeah,
she don't want to come mix and mingle.
She
with
looked amazing, and her mom definitely did some good introduction. Michelle Obama introduced her, and the fact, like, first of all, shout out to BET for trying to be like politically correct, but I was waiting for them to say our forever first lady, but they kept saying former first lady. But you know, BET is owned by white people. But like, I was like, I see you guys trying to do that, but like the way, like for you to be on "I'm proud of you" girl level to Michelle Obama, like Beyonce must be really her girl.
Okay,
I'm into it. So whatever. That was good. I fool with it. I'm rolling the dice. And then also, the last thing that I really want to say is like I saw a unfortunate story. And it was a mother of 5 in Mississippi that attempted to take her life and her kid's life over a nigga. And
I read that wasn't factual.
But
tell us.
It was. So she was on live, and she was saying like, you know, this is not. She's like, there's not enough traffic to do what I want to do or whatever. And like she was on live talking to people, and she was on live crying. She was addressing the woman so pretty much she found out that her longtime love and boyfriend was actually married. So he even like called out she even called out the woman's name and all this kind of stuff. And then the car flipped. She says it's because she bent down to pick up her phone.
Her phone dropped
while she was moving, and she lost control of the car.
That's what I saw.
But everything that she was saying on social media prior to was very like
suicidal.
Yeah, like, you know, like it was very like, it was questionable. It's like, so are you gonna do something to yourself? And she was on live crying, and then she tried to come back and be like, you guys, it was an accident, I dropped my phone. And I'm just kind of like, based on how you was talking on live, I wasn't there. Know. Obviously, I don't know what's in her mind. The situation could have happened where she was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then she dropped her phone, and then that happened. But from the looks of things, it looks like that she tried to take her and her kids' lives, and it didn't work. And so then she tried to come out and be like, oh, it's an accident. But she was clearly mentally unstable over this situation, just based on how she was moving on social media. But the heart of the matter is, yes, that was a very unfortunate situation. But I would just like to point that, you know, we have to do better about taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other. Like a lot of women were saying, there's no way I'm going to kill my kids over no nigga. Facts.
Of course.
Completely facts. But mentally, once people are in a certain mental state or whatever,
they could do a lot of
like
things.
They could do a lot of things. Yeah, they could do a lot of things, just like we talk about postpartum. Like, I'm in no way excusing this woman's actions, because if she was somebody that I knew, I'd be like, you have lost your damn mind.
Right. I want to know where her friends were when she was on live. No one was finna pull up to her
when
house,
she's in the car with the kids, like, bruh, like, no. Like, when she was on the freeway when that happened. She was on the freeway.
I mean, I thought you were saying like she was on live before that. I don't know, she was in the car the whole time.
Yeah, she was on live when she was in the car, but she was posting stuff on social media prior to, and it's just like,
on your ass so fast, like, bitch.
Yeah, get yourself. Like, and it's just like, the kids. Why'd you have to bring the kids into it? Like, why they gotta lose their lives? Now the kids is in the hospital. You know, they're stable now. But it's just like, as a mother, like, she's gonna have to live with that. She's gonna have to live with that for a long time. But she really needs mental help and support. And so we have to be better about, like, you know, just in general, taking care of our own mental health, and also looking out for our friends too, you know, because what you can bear mentally, I might not be able to bear. So it's like, let's make sure that we can, you know, support people and support these women too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And stop lying to people that you're dealing with. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm
stop
saying?
lying, bro. Like,
you have
literally.
no idea, like, probably what mind state she could be in. Obviously, I'm totally in the same camp as you, Sierra. Like, no excuses for anybody doing anything to their kids when they're not involved. But like, you have no idea. That girl probably, them kids probably are all his kids. I'm obviously speculating, so it's that's not fact. But I'm speculating, right? Like, if they're all his kids, she thinks that's, you know, her longtime boyfriend, love, whatever. You the father of all of my children, whatever the case may be. Like, this nigga has probably been gaslighting her. Do you know what it feels like to like think that you're fucking crazy about stuff and a person telling you that it's not true, that you're making things up, or that's not real, that's not the reality, and then to fucking find out that the nigga you've been with has been married the entire time. Like, you don't know what that could do to a person. Like, being gaslit is not a game. That's why we call it gaslighting. Like, there are so many things that occur in relationships, and particularly that type of lying it's
futile.
It like, really causes some real fucking damage.
Is.
That fucks your brain up and how you think about yourself and what you think is going on. Like, that causes you to question all kinds of other things, not just your relationship, but like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not a good mom, maybe like all kinds of shit.
All sort, or like my kids can't live without me. Whatever her thoughts were, like. I've been in situations where a nigga ran off and got married, and you know, like, and it was like
his ass,
right? And I promise you, not one of my proudest moments, but I stood outside of church on New Year's Eve calling him a bitch ass nigga. Like, I never talked to a man the way that I talked to him.
He'd have been limping down that
it wasn't my proudest moment, but you had me so messed up. And for me to be just typing curse words like outside of church, like I was really like, that was one of the, like, I have probably only cried over like 3 men that I've dealt with. 3.
She said of everybody.
3.
Only 3
out of all, count it. Only 3. One, it was because I was sad. The other 2 had me so messed up, and it was on some lying stuff.
Right.
And it's just like,
that rage.
I transformed into a person that I am not normally.
Right.
Not to say that it was there. No, actually, you know what? I meant everything that I said.
Of course you
meant everything that I said. It wasn't my proudest moment. Like, I don't normally talk to people and cuss them out. I'm not that person. I'm not normally that person. Like, it has to be a certain thing for you to get me to that place.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the point of it is, like, when you come into situations and you're not keeping it 100, you don't know what that person is going to do.
Okay.
Like, you don't know if that was just the thing that was going to tick them off. Like, that's how somebody gets hurt, literally.
Yeah.
And so you got to be thinking about that stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I would just like to call out that I think 40% of women who are in jail for violent offenses are because they have snapped on their man.
That's why the shows are called Snap.
Like, it's not a game. Like, y'all think it's funny because like it's not funny, but it's funny. But like, that is how women, like, that is what drives us to violence. Men are generally violent in general. Like, you see kids, like little boys, they like to fight. Like, they naturally are like more inclined to physical, you know, altercations and interacting, whether it's playing or not. Women are not the same. So for women to get so angry, to cause physical harm, damage, that kind of thing, it is almost always off a nigga that has tried her a little too fucking much.
Yeah, like Lorena Bobbitt. I mean, I don't condone it, sis.
Hey,
but
my point is
to tell you that I understand.
Okay.
I mean, he made out well. He became a porn star. I'm not chopping no nigga's penis off, but that's the thing. It's like, really and truly,
you don't know.
That goes for everybody.
Women
like,
too. Stop
like,
lying.
don't play with people, because you literally do not know how that is going to affect somebody. Like, they could take their own life, they could take your life, they could take your family's life. So literally, when y'all out here playing games with people and stuff, like, it's not just, oh, I'm just about to play with this person or whatever, because you do not know who somebody is until they get angry, until they get mad. You really don't know who people are until you can live with them. Like, you don't know. So it's like, don't even play with people like that. You could really get somebody hurt. Like, because she could have been like a crazy bitch and was like, oh, really? Oh, you got a wife? I'm about to kill her.
Okay.
Easily. Because so if I can't have you, nobody can. So you're going to die too. Like, bruh, she could have really been on that demon time. Like, for real.
Come on,
like, Beyonce talked about demon time, but nigga, there's some real demon time out here that will land you on Snapped. So I just said that all that to say is, like, take care of yourselves and each other. Shout out Jerry Springer. Take care of yourselves and each other, and like, look out for your mental health, bro, because it's not a game out here.
Yeah.
niggas is out here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I just had to, that was on my heart. I just had to say that because I saw that and that really made me upset. So
share with the humans.
Don't make the kids pay for a nigga. I'm telling you,
bruh.
But that's all I had.
That's it.
I think this week we're gonna post some of like the local businesses that you all can support. I have a list that has been sitting in my little camera roll.
Love it.
But I'm gonna send those out, put it on our Facebook story so you guys can support some Black businesses. I know for a time one of the I think was it Uber Eats that was taking away the shipping or like
the delivery fee.
They're
not doing that no more.
They're not doing that.
You know, that's a lot.
Rachel, I wonder if I turn on Netflix,
but they did it for a little while,
or Amazon Prime. I wonder if it'll still say Black Lives Matter.
I think it might. Maybe it does.
We'll see. But we're about to roll the dice. We're gonna get out of here because Mama is tired, and
you got damn right.
I feel like we're in Vegas right now with all these lights. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we look so cute.
Because I'm like, bro, is it day or is it night?
I don't know. We'll find out.
We won't find out.
However,
but we'll find out on next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, may the tummies get flatter.
Ooh,
and
your booties get fatter. And then pockets get fatter.
Ooh, come on, money.
Come on, Mandingo. Let's do it. That too.
We're getting out of here.
We're getting out of here. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.